You're back here with me, Emmy Hernandez, on Smart Money. Last segment, we talk about retirement income still, and we talk about size up your situation, looking at your source of income, and also talking about some distribution rules already. Now, the last step that we're going to talk about in making your money last is to design an investment strategy for you. Now, in order to design an investment strategy, it's important that you know your level of risk, how much risk you can take, and the investment vehicle that you want to use. Now, this last step is something that complicated. If you think you can do it yourself, good for you, more power to you. But if you don't and you're not really completely confident to do that, please make sure that you consult with a financial advisor or financial professional that you trust to walk you through this step. But I'm going to give you some information, some tips that maybe you can use. But again, you need to form a plan, okay, in order to make sure that your hard-earned money lasts as long as you do. If you need to generate income from your retirement portfolio to supplement your pension or social security benefits, you can use several types of investment vehicle to help you do that, such as dividend-paying stocks, some bonds, mutual funds, or even an annuity. Okay. Now let's talk about each one of them, what they are. Now, before we go that far, let me give you a caution, a disclosure first. These type of investments, some of them such as stock, bond, mutual funds, it can be fluctuate. There's market risk to it. It can go up and down when market volatility hit. You can have more money or less money than the original you put in. So that's why I said you must be careful. Don't just say, hey, I think it's going to last me and it's going to produce 15% return. That's not going to happen all the time. So you have to know the level of risk that you can take, that you can sustain. Okay? So let's talk about stock. What is stock? A common stock is a share of or equity, a share of company. A dividend-paying stock is when you purchase stock, you own a little bit of that company, the corporation, and the company make profit. They pay out some profit to the shareholder as dividend. So some companies have a dividend rate, 2 or 3% per year. So you can rely on that as your normal income. But remember, the distribution of dividend from stock can also change because it's based on the board of directors declare the dividend. Certain quarter, they can pay quarterly, monthly, annually, and sometimes the company can even say, we don't want to pay for this quarter, because maybe the company didn't make enough profit, or they want to keep that profit in the company for research or for development or improvement of company. So dividend can change and can fluctuate. Not only that, the share of the stock itself, the value of the stock itself can also fluctuate. When the market open, you can have the value high, low during the day. So when you purchase stock, so that can be fluctuation to it. What about mutual fund? Mutual fund is a pool of stock or bonds together that you have investment manager manage it for you. So with a similar concept, it can pay you a monthly income from the distribution or dividend, but the value can fluctuate. Bonds, what is bond? Bond is more or less is a loan. So you basically lend your money to either government or a corporation who issue or back that bonds. When you lend it to the government, it's called a government bonds. When you lend it to corporation, it's corporate bonds. So you rely on the financial strength of the issuer to guarantee you the distribution or the payout, the interest payout for those bonds, and also to return your money when the term ends. When you purchase a bond, usually the term would be about 15 or 20 years time frame. So you can rely on the interest earning. However, you have to hold that bond until maturity date in order for you to get your principal back. So be careful with the strength behind that corporation or the issuer for that bond, because you have to make sure that they're going to be there for you to return your money when the term ends. And during the time frame, though, you may be able to sell that bond back in the market, but the value of the bond also fluctuate. It depends on the interest rate. If interest rate in the market go up, usually the bond price go down. So that's why I say there's level complication, and you perhaps need to use the financial professional to help you with that. Okay, so we have stock, we have bond, we have mutual fund that help you pay dividend. Some of you may want something a little bit more conservative or something with some guarantee. If you're looking for some guarantee, maybe you can turn into an annuity, for example. An annuity is a contract, an investment contract that issued to you by an insurance company. An insurance company issued a contract, so basically they may guarantee your principal. Okay, now I say may because an annuity also have the variable annuity, which have no guarantee, and a fixed annuity with some guarantee on your principal, and a hybrid of the two. So you have to read the contract and make sure you understand which one that you get into it. So even with the one with guarantee, you still base on the financial strength of the company that issued that annuity for you. Okay, so the insurance company. So make sure you go with the one with a good rating, maybe AAA, high rank, high financially strong company, in order to make sure that you have the guarantee on your portfolio. So that will give the stability on your income payment. So these vehicles can help produce income for you. Now, once you have those income vehicles that help you and sustain your income, I also want to caution you, develop that income investment strategy is not enough. You also have to think about the unexpected. Okay? The income that you have to be prepared for some unexpected, such as long-term care, your health care issues. You never know what's going to happen when you retire. Look at your family history, perhaps. If you have longevity in your family and someone in your family have history of dementia, Alzheimer, or health issue for something, you may want to be prepared for that as well. Look into a long-term care insurance, perhaps, maybe, to be some safeguard of that, because the cost of health care and taking care of you yourself when you get older, you need some help for your household, that can be very expensive. And if you miss that step, it can ruin your entire retirement plan. Lastly, if you do want to leave your legacy to your loved one in the family, also think about what you have to do in terms of preserve certain part of the asset for the next generation. You may want to think about, do I need a will? Do I need a trust? A will, a living trust, in order to preserve some money for the next generation to avoid probate fees and costs, and maybe that if they have to go to court, that's going to eat up a lot of money that was supposed to go to them. Now, not only that, the power of attorney also important. What if you cannot make your own decision, or you can't taking care of yourself, you get sick, you need somebody to help you with that. If you don't have power of attorney, it also meaning more costs, more expenses, because your loved one have to go to court to get a conservatorship, and that will also eat up the funds or the saving account that you have as well. As you can see, many of these areas are very complicated, nuances that you need to know. That's why I always suggest you have your goals in mind, you have a rough plan, rough idea of what you want to do, but go sit down with a financial advisor. If you don't have one, call us. We are here for you. We definitely want to hear from you. So let me help you. And remember, that's where you can have a successful retirement. That's it for today's episode of Smart Money with Emmy Hernandez. As a financial advisor, I'm here to help you. So if you have any questions or comments, send it to me by email to emmy@ehfinancial.com. Don't forget, if you miss any part of the show, you can watch us again on ehfinancial.com or crowncitynetwork.com. Remember, being smart with your money is easy, and you can do it. Thank you for watching. See you again next time right here on Smart Money with Emmy Hernandez.